our friend Bowser. And we are going to get, he's our big old tortoise. Well, how's it going, everyone? My name is William Beaulieu, but you can just call me Mr. B. Alright? Make it easy. I have a company. It's called Reptiles 8.
Reptiles 8?
And what I do is I do educational shows for little kids like you, and I teach you guys all about reptiles and why we should love them and respect them. Are you guys ready to meet some of my friends today?
Yes.
Okay. So, we're going to start with some small little friends that have no legs. Anyone guess what's coming up? It's got no legs. What has it? You almost had it. What was it?
Reptiles.
Yeah, it is a reptile.
A turtle.
Turtles have legs.
Snake.
Yes, ma'am. We've got some snakes
Alright,
with
I'm
us
gonna go
today.
get them so they don't miss it.
Okay.
Charlotte's knocking.
They're on that.
Can I
They should be done already.
So, this little friend of mine, you might find in your backyard here in Florida. It's called a yellow rat snake.
I found it with a yellow bank. Is he real?
Of course he's real. Yes, ma'am. He's moving around and he's alive.
Cool looking.
Does he bite?
He does bite sometimes when he's very hungry, but he only eats things that are very small. Now his name is a yellow rat snake. What do you think he eats? Rats. They eat rats, tiny little rats, and you guys are way too big, right? You guys are nothing like a rat. Yeah, you are 4. You're big, and you're nothing like a rat. So these guys aren't gonna try to hurt you. Hey guys.
Listen.
So animals like snakes and stuff, reptiles, they can't hear like we do. Okay, they don't have ears like we do. They feel you. Okay, when you talk, they feel it all over. So we're gonna have to stay real quiet for our critters. Okay, and I've got a little guy down here that he really likes it quiet, and you guys are gonna love him later. Okay, so this guy right here, you might find him in your backyard in Florida. All right, and he likes to eat. He likes to eat mice and rats and little eggs and stuff. He was rescued from the wild. Someone brought him to me from far from their house, or from, they brought them from their house, far from me, and we decided to have him to show you guys. So you guys can learn that you guys should love these snakes and respect them. But as you can see, he's a wild snake and he doesn't try to bite me. The yellow rat snakes are very, very friendly snakes.
Yeah, but I don't have a real snake that way. I only have a big one.
That's well. So we're going to go ahead and put our little friend away. But guys, remember, when you're a noodle with a head, the world is a very scary place. In fact, our friend here, his name is Spaghetti. Because he looks like one long spaghetti. So let's give a snake goodbye to our friend Spaghetti, and I'll go.
Bye. Come sit, Kira, Eli, and Clara. Come sit.
His name was Spaghetti.
You have to zip, zip, okay? Zip, zip. Madeline, the next snake one should be really quiet. No.
The next little friend I have comes from far away from here, from the Amazons of South America. Yeah, I'm gonna bring him out. He is an Amazon tree boa. And as you can see, he's pretty small, but he's a full-grown snake. And I'm going to show you a very, very cool thing that he likes to do.
Addison, sit down.
The Amazon tree boa likes to hang out on branches high up in the trees. And he likes to slither just like that and look for little things like birds and eggs. And he creeps up and just sits real. And as you can see, he holds on real tight with his tail and the rest of his body. And he's ready. He can and would bite if he was hungry. But I've had my friend here for a while, and I take good care of him, so he's not worried about getting to me.
Whoa!
But here's a cool little trick that he likes to do.
Watch, friends.
You see this tail right here? He likes to let it dangle just like this. And it looks like a little worm, doesn't it? So what birds will do, they'll come up and they'll think it's a worm, and they'll grab it like this. And right now he's not in hunting mode, but when they'll go for the worm, they'll eat the bird. And that's how he gets his prey. But this guy right here, like I said, he eats birds and eggs and small little things. As you can see, he did, but he was just letting me know. See, he wasn't trying to eat me though. He was just letting me know, like, hey man, what are you doing to me? He wasn't trying to hurt me or anything. So our friend here comes from the Amazon. Does anyone know where the Amazon in South America is? Yeah? Yeah, it's across the ocean. Well, he's trying to stay on the branch because that's where they like to be, and it makes him feel safe. But as you can see, his head is very, very small. And even if he did try to bite you like he did me, it's not going to hurt you. It'll just scare you more than anything. But he's more scared of you than you are of him.
That was cool, right?
Yup.
Girls have to sit like a magnet to a fridge. Bottoms on your chair, Addison, like a magnet to a fridge.
Yeah. Some snakes are poisonous. You never touch a snake.
But you can't touch one.
Unless an adult tells you
But
it's
one
okay.
is different than
So everything I have here today,
Okay, wait, we need to listen to Mr. B.
everything I have here today is very safe, okay? At home, I have 4 kiddos of my own, all right? And they handle everything at home that I have. I would not bring anything dangerous around you guys, and I promise that, okay? Everything I have is safe as long as I'm there to handle it, okay?
We have
So now we put him
It's
away.
gonna be a surprise. He had to go back into his bag.
He
And then
did.
something else is gonna come out. Let's see what it is.
So now we've got a couple friends with us today. I brought 2 of them with us. And we're going to see these cool little guys. Now they're little babies, but they're going to get pretty darn big when they're full-grown adults. These guys are called red-tailed boas. And they're 2 little babies. Red-tailed boas come from all different parts of South America. And they come in all different colors and different shapes of patterns and stuff like that. As you can see, this one's a little bit more red, right? She looks red and almost orange and very, very pretty. And then this guy right here, you'll see, he's a little bit more brown.
Oh, he's chubby too.
He is a little chubby.
Ooh.
And he's a little jumpy.
Oh my goodness. What is that?
Look at their tails, friends. Look how pretty the tails
So
are.
these guys are called Colombian red-tailed boas, or you could just call them red-tailed boas. And they, like I said, live in all different parts of South America. But a lot of people have these guys as pets because they make really, really cool pets. Right now, they're pretty darn small, right? But when they get nice and big, they'll get longer than I am tall.
Wow.
Whoa. These guys will get to about 8 feet long.
How many pounds about?
I've held some that are about 45, 50 pounds before.
Wow.
They are pretty darn, they can get pretty fat. It all depends on what they eat. Some people, most like me, I like to feed them like what they're supposed to eat, like small foods that aren't going to be too big for them. Rats and mice. But some people, they like to overfeed. And then one day they start feeding them big things like pigs, like baby pigs and things like that. And in the wild, the red-tailed boa does like to eat things like rabbits and birds and squirrels. No kids. No. These snakes don't want to eat kids. I very much promise you. My kids at the house, they handle these snakes too. No, they don't eat kids. They eat birds and rats and mice and all different kinds of things. We are going to get to the turtles and tortoises in a minute. No, they don't eat mud.
Do you eat mud?
So we're going to go ahead and put our friends away, okay? And we're going to go and start bringing some legs into our show. What do you think? I've got some critters here that have 4 legs. I've got a critter here that has more.
Ooh, more than 4 legs?
More than 4 legs? What has more than 4 legs?
5.
What can you guys think that has more? Lions have 4 legs. What has more than 4 legs? What has 8 legs? That's right. Octopus has 8 legs, but spiders have 8 legs.
Yeah.
I've got a friend here who has 8 legs, and she would love to say hello.
Is she black and fuzzy?
She is black and fuzzy. Our friend here also comes from South America. She is called the Brazilian black tarantula. Let's say sit down, okay? I'm going to get her out, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit.
Oh my.
Don't worry.
Do those bite?
The tarantulas do tend to bite, but the Brazilian black tarantula is known to be a lot more tame, I should say. For the most part, not as biting, not as
Well,
fighting.
friends, what do you think about that?
And my friend here, my sweet little friend here, is still actually a little baby.
Oh, wow.
When she's full grown, she'll be about the size of the inside of my hand. She is, like I said, a Brazilian black tarantula and likes to walk around a lot more than make a web. She does not like to make webs as much as other tarantulas do. What she likes to do is find a hole in the ground that's already there, or she'll make a hole and she'll stay there and wait for bugs, and then she'll move to another hole after a while.
What is that sound?
That's the tortoise in the laundry basket.
The back of a tarantula has a lot of hairs, you see? A lot of different hair. Well, what they like to do with their hair is they like to kick the hair and kick it off their backs and flick it at you. And it makes you really, really itchy. But one cool thing about tarantulas is that none of them are dangerous to people. They can bite and they can hurt. But there are no tarantulas in the world that are venomous that could make you sick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Why do I always feel so afraid of them?
Because it's more of a fear thing than anything like that. People are afraid of the tarantulas. I mean, as you can see, you guys aren't exactly, you know.
Especially the size of your hand.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, she's going to get pretty darn big.
We don't deal with cockroaches.
And in fact, there's tarantulas here in Florida that people don't know about. Jumping spiders. Those fuzzy little jumping spiders, the ones with the pretty little red bellies and stuff, are the Florida versions of tarantulas. They are very cool, and they actually make pretty darn cool pets as well. They make very, they're pretty cool to watch to eat and stuff like that. But my friend here likes to eat things like cockroaches and roaches and stuff like that.
Yeah, keep him around.
Exactly, right? We love them around the house. So we're going to go ahead and put her back, and maybe later we'll see some of the teachers hold her. Maybe.
Give her a finger wave goodbye.
Maybe in a different class.
All right. So what do you guys say we bring our 4-legged creatures around, huh?
Now, what are we to see? The
So,
turtle over there.
next up, we're going to bring a little lizard out. All right.
Lizard.
Nope, I'm sorry, not a little lizard. It's a little turtle's out. I'm sorry.
I love turtles.
Little turtle.
So, by show of hands, does anyone know the difference between a turtle and a tortoise?
Two can be different
Can
colors.
anyone know? Okay.
They're big and
Turtles live in the water, and tortoises live on land. Okay? So our friend here, Bowser,
Oh, I love him.
is a big old tortoise.
Oh, he is adorable.
Yes, he is. And in fact, he's still a baby.
Oh my gosh.
Bowser is only 4 years old.
Wow.
Still a little guy, just like you. But Bowser is going to get very... Is that right? Bowser here is going to get very, very old though. Bowser is an African sulcata tortoise, or you guys could just call them a sulcata tortoise.
So cut the tortoise.
Good job, guys. Very good job. So the sulcata tortoise lives in Africa, and they can live up to 180 years old.
Wow.
What? That means that Bowser here, which is his name, Bowser here, is going to be my pet, and my son's pet,
Wow.
and my grandson's pet,
Oh my goodness.
and maybe even his son's pet. This guy's gonna live to be a very, very, very old man, and he's gonna get he's gonna get about almost 100 pounds.
Wow.
I saw a very huge tortoise.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's very cool. Well, Bowser here, his species, the African sulcata tortoise, lives in Africa in the desert. Is that right? They live in the deserts, and they like to live in holes. Do you guys see these spikes here on his legs? Those are pretty cool, huh? Well, he uses those like tools when he's in the desert. And he hits them on the ground, and he uses them to dig holes. Really, really, really deep holes. And that's where he likes to sleep at night. And during the day, he likes to come out and he likes to eat. And do you guys know what tortoises like to eat?
Salad.
That's right, salad. Let me put a towel down.
Scrub her feet up quick.
And we're going to feed Bowser some salad today.
Don't eat cats.
No, he doesn't.
No, tortoises don't eat
His
kids.
mouth is
They like to eat lettuce and fruits and veggies. As you can see, Bowser here, he's going to be really happy right now.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to go to town on that salad.
Oh, Ben, Penny, and Kate, come all the way around here so you can see.
He is so
And I'm going to bring the camera around so our friends here can see as well.
Okay, well, don't go too far, because then you won't get, yes, you can. Come here,
It's
then come over here. I ask you to
scary.
walk around.
So Bowser here, like I said, likes to eat all different types of green things like lettuce and cabbage and broccoli and all the things that you know your parents tell you should eat.
That's why
They make him big and strong. That's right. That's why they do live to be 180. Because they eat all the veggies your mommies tell you to eat.
Look at that.
They also like to eat carrots and all different types of veggies.
We're supposed to be always.
Scott and Lauren, back here, right now. Scott.
He looks so happy,
Oh, no,
doesn't he?
you don't feel
Eating
that
all
you're
that
right,
lettuce.
All right. So we're going to let Bowser eat some of that lettuce for now. And we're going to bring out a couple little smaller
Okay,
guys.
everybody down.
Okay,
go
sit
back to
down,
your
friends.
chairs.
Sit down.
You don't get up there by yourself, okay? Miss Jean is holding her.
So who likes
Sit
Pokemon?
down here.
You guys like Pokemon?
Sit down, Addison. Scott.
No.
Scott, go back to your
Okay.
chair.
You guys know how Pokemons evolve?
Come here, Scott. Come
They
here with me.
change?
Scott.
Okay. Well, do you guys remember what the difference between a turtle and a tortoise is?
Yeah, first it lives on land and then the water.
That's right. Very good job, young man. Is because the turtles live in water and tortoises live on land. Well, these guys right here, they didn't get that memo. All right, because these guys, they live on land, but they're called box turtles. Isn't that silly? Well, that's because thousands of years ago, the box turtle used to live in the water.
What's that water?
And they still have little webbed toes. So these guys are my little friends. This guy's is a male. He is a boy. And this is a little girl. She's a female. They were brought to me, unfortunately, because somebody took them away from their home. Box turtles should never be picked up in the wild. In fact, no animal should be picked up in the wild, guys. But these guys right here, when they get picked up and moved away from their home, they get lost forever. Box turtles only have one home their whole life. So when you take them away from their home, they'll spend forever looking for it. And it's a very, very sad life if you're lost forever, right? Yeah. So if you see a box turtle in the wild, you can take some cool pictures and look at it. But you gotta leave them alone, okay? But these guys are really, really neat, and they do live here in Florida. So you might see one here in your own backyard. Aren't they very cool critters?
I saw other guys doing in my backyard. Mr. Bean, was that brown thing in that white box?
Ooh, that's Bowser's poop. Yeah.
They love poop.
Everyone poops, right?
Just like the squirrels and the bunnies outside, right? Everyone
Now are we gonna walk?
All right, guys. So I've got my favorite little friend that I want to show you. All right. I say she's a girl, but she's actually a boy. We just found out she's a boy. His name is Winston. Winston is a four-legged furry creature that you can find here in your backyard too. Winston is yes, ma'am.
Marshmallow club. Marshmallow
All
club.
right.
Marshmallow
We're gonna
club.
let Winston sit here.
Oh,
Actually,
I
wash my
have
hands
big
for a
ones
second.
I
in
know.
my backyard.
He's a baby Winston.
Yes, Winston is a very, very small little baby.
He looks like Ratatouille.
As well as doing shows for kids like you, I take in animals that need to be rescued. And unfortunately, I got a phone call from a friend of mine who said that she had some baby possums that needed to be rescued. This is Winston. My name is Mr. B. So Winston here has been staying with me for a little over almost 2 months now. And he eats all types of things. He likes to eat fruits and veggies and eggs and meats and bugs. But right now he doesn't stick to the meat and bugs. Right now he sticks mostly to the veggies and the fruits and eggs. I make a nice little, like a smoothie, and I blend blueberries and strawberries
He's a possum.
and broccoli
He's a marsupial.
and cabbage and egg yolk and vitamins and dog food.
What?
Ew, that sounded good until the end, right? Well, that's what Winston here likes to eat. His diet is very, very crazy. Yes, ma'am, we're going to be able to touch Winston in just a second. So as you guys can see, Winston has this very cool tail, right? And it's,
Mr. B will tell us in a second.
Winston does not
Remember, we
bite.
have to be quiet.
Winston does not bite at all, okay? But as you can see, he's got a very cool tail, right? He's got what's called a prehensile, hold on, sweetheart. He's got what's called a prehensile tail.
Yeah,
That means his tail is like a hand. He can hold on to
Look
things.
at him.
And that's what they do in the wild. They're able to hold on to branches and different things. That way, if they lose their step and they fall, then boop, they're okay. So Winston here,
No.
Winston here is a very, very cool critter. You guys know what fleas and ticks are, right? Yeah, gross little bugs that like to bite you. Uh-oh. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put Bowser back up. And here's a cool, funny thing about Winston. He likes to hang out on the top of my head. We're gonna put Bowser back up a little bit.
Oh, give Bowser a finger wave.
Finger wave. All right. So Winston here, as you can see, is very good at holding on the top of my head. That's because in the wild, Winston likes to stay with his mommy for a very long time. And what they do is they hold on to mommy's back, and as she walks around, they just hold on to her back, and she's able to go all over the woods with him. You guys were talking about a real cool animal right before the show started.
You know my dad had a
It lives in Australia.
Oh, what was it?
What was that
What have
animal?
we been talking about? What animal?
What animal were you guys talking about in Australia right before we started the show?
kangaroo.
Yes, that's right, young man, a kangaroo. And what does a kangaroo have?
A baby.
That's right, a pouch. And does anyone know what an animal with a pouch is called? Have we gotten there?
A joey. A joey.
The baby kangaroo is called a joey, but they're called marsupials. Where possums are marsupials. Possums have a pouch, just like a kangaroo. And when the babies are really, really small, they stay in her pouch, and they stay nice and cozy. Now, kangaroos can have how many babies, guys? How many babies can kangaroos have? One baby, maybe sometimes two, but it's usually just the one. Possums can have 8. They can have sometimes like 10. Yeah, they have lots of little babies. But do you know what the craziest thing about the possum is? What they're really, really known for?
You know my dad has a little possum.
They can play dead. Have you guys ever played dead with your friends? And just pretend on the ground you're just like, and you just died, but then your friend comes and tickles you, and you're alive again? You guys play that? Well, a possum, you could tickle them, you could pick them up, you could take them somewhere else, and they will play dead the entire way. They are the best actors. For the adults, we had a phone call one time for a possum. She was found, the dogs got to her, and the owner of the home had told us that there were babies in the pouch. We got the babies out of the pouch. On our way home, getting a phone call. Mom's at the back door trying to get in, screeching for the babies. We had to rush back. It was a survival technique. She knew that she could always make more. So for the survival of her species, she played dead, let the babies be taken, so she could just produce more the same year, following year or such. But that's how crazy good they are at playing dead. They will not move. When they play dead, they foam at the mouth like they're dead. Yeah. They smell really, really bad. They start giving off a really, really bad smell. And they look dead, but they're alive, and they laugh when they walk away, and they get away from danger.
Does he have a mommy?
Winston did have a mommy. Unfortunately, mommy's not around anymore.
What's your name?
My name is Mr. B. All right, guys. Well, we've got 2 more friends that want to say hello. Oh, is this show? We got the other class going?
We have 2 more animals.
Well, it's actually like it's
It's
one.
okay. You're good. You're
Okay.
good.
I got 2 more.
Give me 5 minutes.
Okay. You said 5 minutes. Been in.
All right, guys. Well, I've got 2 more friends that want to say hello to you. And we'll be able to pet them a little bit because they're a little friendlier. All right? And there's some bigger snakes. So these guys are the biggest snakes we have here today.
Whoa. Oh, whoa.
These guys are called pine snakes.
Can I pet him?
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually going to walk around and you guys will be able to feel the pine snakes. These guys live in all different places in the U.S., in America. They live in Florida, in Alabama, in Georgia, and all other states.
I don't want to feel him.
You don't have to feel them if you
Is
don't
that
want
one albino or is that
So-
his color?
to. All right, very awesome. So, as you guys can see, this is Trevor, okay, and he's got a lot of black patterns,
A
right?
little boy.
This is Frenchie because of Greece. She's pink.
And then a girl.
She is a girl, all right. As you can see, she doesn't have patterns and she doesn't have colors. What she is called leucistic.
Is that other one a
Leucistic.
boy?
But have you guys heard of the word albino? You guys heard that word? That word means that an animal doesn't have colors like the other ones. This is a boy. They don't have colors like other ones do. All right. So this one is, as you can see, black and brown and white. But this one doesn't have any colors. This one's practically all white with a little bit of pink. She's what's practically called albino. The difference for the adults between albino and leucistic is she doesn't have the pink eyes. So she's not susceptible to the bright lights. It's actually healthier for the snakes to be leucistic than albino than anything.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
have
pretty
an
much.
albino raccoon that lives I live with Duckman Preserves behind me.
That
There's a family of raccoons. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, is that a cat? Is it a little bear? And then when I saw them traveling together, it's completely blonde and it doesn't have the
oh
black
wow!
mask.
A wild albino raccoon around.
I have pictures of it. It's the coolest thing.
That is
And
absolutely
he travels in the
fantastic.
family. There's a family of about maybe 4 or 5 babies and the mama. And until I saw him with the other ones, I realized it was a raccoon. It's awesome.
That I would love to see pictures
I'll
of
have to
that.
show you the pictures
Yes.
before you leave.
So let anyone want to touch the tail?
I'm gonna touch it.
Like popcorn movies.
Alright, you gotta wait till it comes to you. Wait till it comes to you. But you
No,
have
it
to
was
be
just
nice
like,
and quick.
yeah, you just everyone just picked up your entire house.
You already took a turn. I'm gonna touch both of them. I'm gonna touch
You tell her, Kiara.
You already took a turn.
Did you touch it?
Okay, wait your turn.
How does it feel? Soft, right? It feels like a banana. A potato.
Scott, gentle.
Touch the other one.
I'm gonna touch the other one.
Remember, they like to
Don't
be
want to
quiet.
scare them with lots of noise.
Well, I think that's gonna be it for our friends today. You haven't touched it?
Scare them.
Sophia has some animals that will know. I mean, she has from what I can tell, they have a massive change on her.
I'm gonna touch the pink one. I'm gonna touch the pink one.
My friends,
friends.
if you touch one snake, that is perfect. One, they feel the same.
I
They
don't
do.
wanna
They do feel
scare
the same,
them.
They
guys.
just look different.
But we're gonna go ahead and put our friends
Finger
away.
wave goodbye.
All right?
Finger wave. Bye.
Goodbye.
Because our other classes want to see the
Remember,
show
you have to
too.
be nice and
That's
quiet.
right. We've got the other
Scare
class
them.
coming right up behind. All right.
Who was
Thank
gonna
you
put our
so
flags away.
much.
No problem.
I'm gonna get you those pictures. They're on my phone before you leave.
Thank you.
It is beautiful. It's blonde.
Thank you.
Completely blonde.
I cannot wait to see
And it
it.
kept peeking its head over my fence, and I'm like, is that a cat? Is it a
My
bear?
friends, we're gonna line up over here. Could you please line up over here?
Oh, no.
Who are the door holders?
With our phone.
Who are the
Let's go
door
for
holders?
watching, guys.
Addison